Mr. Ruby.
Hello, this is Mr. Ruby. I'm joined here by Charlie and Braden, and we're going to read this aloud for everyone else who doesn't want to read it. What is noise? If you feel like your emotions rule your thinking, you might think that thumping noise was a ghost. Boo! If you think like a scientist, however, you may question and making observations. Your observations will shudder, are loose, and blowing in the wind. Scientific ways of thinking. Modern science is a way of understanding the physical world based on observable evidence, reasoning, and repeated testing. That means scientists explain the world based on their own observations, what they see and hear. If they develop new ideas about the way the world looks, they set up a way to test these new ideas. Like the narrator voice? I think it's doing one.
Mr. Ruby, we should answer the question.
We'll get to the question, Charlie. Thinking of like a scientist is always trying to find the truth and discover new truths. How can you think like a scientist? Thinking like a scientist is based on asking and answering questions. Though you may not know it, you do this all day long. Scientists ask questions and then make detailed observations, trying to ask more specific questions, develop a hypothesis. They may design and perform an experiment to try to answer their questions and test their hypothesis. For the results of their experiment, scientists draw conclusions. A conclusion describes the evidence that tells a scientist. Scientists ask questions. The key to being a great scientist is asking questions. Imagine you're a scientist in the African Congo. While in the field, you observe one group of healthy chimpanzees on the north side of the jungle. On the other side of the jungle, you find a group of chimpanzees that are mysteriously dying. Oh, that's very sad. What questions might you ask? A good scientist might ask the following question: what differs between the two environments where the chimpanzees live? Or, are there differences in behavior between the two groups of chimpanzees? A scientist makes detailed observations. To observe means to watch and study attentively. A person untrained in the sciences may only observe. The chimps on one side of the jungle are dying, while chimps on the other side of the jungle are healthy. A scientist, however, will make more detailed observations. Can you think of a way to make this observation more detailed? What about the number of chimps? Are they male or female, young or old? What do they eat? A good scientist may observe why all 7 adult females and 3 adult males on the north side of the jungle are healthy and show normal behavior. 4 females and 5 male chimps under the age of 5 on the south side have died. Detailed observations can ultimately help scientists design their experiments and answer their questions. From these observations, the scientist will develop a hypothesis to explain the observation. An hypothesis, that is, the scientist's proposed explanation for his or her observation. The scientist's hypothesis may be that young chimps on the south side died due to a lack of nutrients in their diet. Scientists find answers by using tests. When scientists want to answer their question, they search for evidence using experiments.
Can I go back?
Sure, Dade, we're in the middle of a recording. An experiment is the test to see if their explanation is right or wrong. Evidence is made up of observations and scientists make during an experiment. To study a cause of death of chimpanzees, scientists may give chimps nutrients in the form of nuts, berries, and vitamins to see if they are dying from lack of food. This test is the experiment, and fewer chimps die than the experiment shows that the chimps may have died from not having enough food. This is evidence. Scientists question the answers. Scientists question the answers. Good scientists are skeptical. A scientist may use only one piece of evidence to form a conclusion. For example, the chimpanzees in the experiment may have died from lack of food, but can you think of another explanation for their death? They may have died from a virus or from another less obvious cause. More experiments need to be completed before scientists can be sure. Science is about finding the truth, no matter what it is. So good scientists consistently question their own conclusion. They also find the scientists to confirm and disagree with their evidence. Summary: Modern science is a way of understanding the physical world based on observed evidence, reasoning, and repeated tests. To think like a scientist, you must ask questions, make detailed observations, develop hypotheses, and find answers using tests and questions that you may answer. And now we have just a true and false to answer. And that concludes our reading. Thank you for joining me. See you on YouTube.